Hi Anthony, thanks for taking the time to chat to us. So how old is your son Sebastien?
Sebastian's 7 years of age and he turns 8 in September.
And Sebastien has type 1 diabetes. When was he diagnosed?
He was diagnosed when he was 12 months of age. So he's had diabetes for 6 years now. It was a shock to us because really he was only a baby. He's a twin. He has a brother Saxon. And he had all the classic signs of diabetes. He was guzzling water, weeing his nappies. He had very, very dry skin and he just wasn't moving. He had absolutely no energy. So it was very easy for us to see that something was wrong because his twin brother was right next to him, lying on the floor. His twin brother would be virtually crawling around and he was just not moving. So we went off to see the local doctor and we were quite concerned. And in that consultation we even suggested that could it be diabetes? And she said no, highly unlikely at this age, which it is. And she said, look, go home by the end of the week, maybe 3 or 4 days, come back and see if he's not any better. So a couple of days later, we went back to see her and we said, look, we're really, really concerned now. And she said, okay, look, I will do the diabetes test. So she did it, and sure enough, it only took a minute. He was diabetic, and so his blood sugar levels were extremely high. And she said, take him straight to intensive care. So we went home, packed our bags, took him to Westmead. And we were in there he was in intensive care for 3 or 4 days, and then we were there for probably another week. So yeah, it was pretty full on.
What does Sebastien have to do to look after his diabetes on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so for the first couple of years, Sebastien didn't do anything for his diabetes. Obviously, he was too young. When he turned 3, he came off the needles and he went on to the insulin pump, which is like a little mobile phone. It's about that size. It sits on his waist and has a little tube that goes into his bottom and it feeds through the insulin. And that was really exciting for our family because we had a bit of a build-up to it, and he's really interested in technology and he's got little buttons and menus and he's right into that sort of stuff. So that was fun to have the technology of that. And it was very reassuring for us that, one, we didn't have to give him needles anymore and go through all that sort of stress. And also there's less highs and lows with a pump. So it was a really good move for our family. Now he's 7 years of age. He does his own blood glucose test. So day to day he does his own finger pricking and measuring his own blood glucose. And also he uses the insulin pump fully. So all we do is supervise what he's putting in and if it's correct, and just overseeing it. And we just take a bit more responsibility, you know what I mean?
And what advice would you give to parents who have children with type 1 diabetes?
Probably a number of things, I guess. One is I guess we made the decision, my wife and I, and as a family, just to stay positive and to decide that, we're going to live our life normally and just get on with it. So we certainly don't let Sebastien become a victim. We don't let him whinge about it. We don't make a big deal out of it. We act very quickly when we need to act with diabetes, and we just get on with whatever they're doing. We know he just wants to go out and have fun with his mates and his friends. And so we just let him do that. And if we need to step in for diabetes, we do it very, very quickly and then just let him get back to what he's doing. So we try not to place a lot of emphasis on, him getting down or us getting down. We just sort of keep things moving, keep them positive, keep our lives active, you know what I mean?